Hello, viewers, friends, and family. Thank you to another edition of Colin Ken's Reviews. Really appreciate you tuning in. Also, a special thank you to our subscribers, and especially our new subscribers.
Yes.
Really appreciate you tuning in each week. And we have a lot of interesting discussions coming up later in the future. So continue to tune in, listen to our reviews and our comments on the show.
Yes.
Now, a special shout out goes out to my daughter, her stepdaughter. Had a birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So, really excited for her. Now, we're reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 9, Episode number 7.
Yes.
And today, it's interesting. Interesting. Got two couples, a lot of arguments. And two couples that pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty
discuss.
simple. You ready to get started?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're going to start with Greg and Deonna.
Yep, Greg and Deonna.
Greg and Deonna. We were actually celebrating Greg's birthday. And so Deonna comes home. She has him a birthday cookie, which was very sweet.
Very nice.
He was very excited about that she actually remembered his birthday and thought enough about him to get him a birthday cookie. And they sat down and kind of had a discussion about where they are in their relationship and the intimacy that they have or lack of. And she kind of was explaining to him that before she had been in situationships where, you know, her hookups and how she's fallen for guys that wanted, and she wanted more and they didn't, and so she was doing it backwards, and so now she's trying to take it slow with the intimacy part and do that last and maybe try to get a foundation on a relationship first. So he said he kind of understand that, and she said she was not going to try to let that, she's trying to learn from it and not let that hinder her. So hopefully she'll go ahead and do that since she is married.
Right. She said she into him now.
Yeah, she did say she really likes her husband. So they have a little get together. She invites some of her friends, some of his friends, and they all have a good time.
Yeah.
It's just real smooth. Everybody got along. Like they've been knowing each other for a long time, celebrating Greg's birthday. Even some of her friends had said that they noticed a change in Deonna. Like, oh, okay, Deonna,
Yeah, they did see the change.
Yeah, they was happy to see the little change in her.
Excited for her.
They were excited.
So Greg doing a great job.
So
being patient.
So that was pretty much it for them. I mean, nothing real big happened.
No.
They celebrated Greg's birthday. They talked about the next celebration coming up is going to be the 1 month, and then after that it's going to be Deonna's birthday.
Kept
so
it very simple.
Very simple. We're going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Iris and Keith. Yes, Iris and Keith. They didn't have too much going on. Everybody invited people over. And so this was kind of like the get together with family and friends. So Iris was in the kitchen and some of her friends were coming over. She was getting a little tray together. They were inviting some of her friends and some of Keith's friends so everybody could mingle. Her mom did stop by.
Yes.
At the beginning, we did see where Keith's grandmother, who we met at the wedding, she's been battling cancer. So Iris has been there supporting. Yeah, she's been there supporting Keith.
Right.
So they did show us that part.
Yeah.
But getting back to this get together, everything was going smooth until a couple of Keith's friends went into the refrigerator and was drinking Irish lemonade.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about that.
She wasn't too happy.
She stressed to him that you're no longer a bachelor. You know, you're married now. So he
Boundaries.
was like, I don't see any problem with my friends going through the refrigerator. And she's like, no, we're married and I don't think they should just be going through the refrigerator just like
they pay rent.
Yeah, so she wasn't too pleased with that, but Keith thought it was fine.
Yeah, he didn't have a problem with that.
Convince him of it otherwise. So
it's just something that they'll have to work out.
She's not having that. She's like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's just something they'll have to work out, and he has to understand too that it's just not him. So, you know, you have to come together and have some rules. When you're single, you can do one thing, right? And when you married, hey, you know, you can't do certain. Your friends can't just come in and do certain things because that's not just your place. So
but she really upset about that lemonade.
She was upset about that lemonade.
Look, he done drank all this lemonade up.
Yeah, it went deeper than the lemonade, probably. I mean, that was part of it, but she probably could have expressed it a little bit different and probably not at the party and put them on a 2-drink minimum like they at the club or something. I don't know. But that was pretty much it on them. I'm sure they'll work that out.
Yeah,
I'm sure it won't be a problem. They'll come together and compromise, hopefully.
Simple.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Matthew and Amber. Here we go.
I don't even know where to begin. It actually started in the car about kids. So,
Well, yeah, he went into the 8 to 10 year thing.
Yeah, well, he said he wanted kids. She was talking about her favorite movie was Love and Basketball, and he was like, "Yeah, I actually wanted to name, if I had a son, name him Quincy and call him Q." And so she was like, "Oh, okay." And she was like, "Well, when do you think you would want to have kids or something like that?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe like between 5 and 8 years." And then her whole demeanor changed. It was just like she just got sad and her face just dropped, and it was just like, "Oh, well, you must want to be with somebody younger because I'm gonna be however old," she said, 35 or 36 when, and I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, she wasn't happy.
She wasn't, but I think he really felt he is not financially stable right now.
We already discussed it in the last.
He did,
show.
and
we discussed that in the last.
We did.
Show. Now he's having insecurities about his career. He's trying to get his job situated, so it probably was a bad time for her to even bring that up and know that he's already struggling with his situation, not playing basketball right now. So that's a bad time. The timing was bad. And he just wasn't feeling it at the time, which I think is going to lead to what's going to come next later on that evening. Because
he wasn't feeling alive.
She goes to work. He's at the house till about, 1 something. He leaves. She comes back home from work about 4:45. He's not there. And she's trying to communicate with him, and he's not answering the phone. All she knows that he went with some friend somewhere.
She said Devin.
And
you don't know who Devin is.
Where he is, but now it's getting to be 8, 9, 10 o'clock. She's still home alone.
Yeah, and then it's midnight.
She calls her dad crying.
At midnight.
Yeah, it was about midnight. And so she's crying to her dad. I don't know where he is. He's not answering, responding, and she just want to know where he is. So she's devastated at this point. She's crying in bed. And then, the crying turns into angerness. So
I don't know.
I don't think he ever showed, right?
No, he hasn't showed up. I'm confused.
So now she's thinking, well, she's saying all things. He don't care about me. He don't love me anymore. So he doesn't, he doesn't care about me. He doesn't love me. So yeah, I'm thinking that she's thinking, well, I want out at this point.
I probably would have been out. It's only 17 days of marriage, and I don't know. She has her own apartment. We don't know what's going on
through Matthew's head at this time. We don't know if the car situation, the question in the car angered him, and he decided, well, I don't want to be home tonight. I don't know what the deal is, but he never showed back up.
I don't know.
I think something at the end they mentioned that. Did he come home at 3:30?
No, he hadn't come home at all. He still hadn't come home. It just went off. So we don't know.
Yeah, so it's remains to be seen. So
disappointed,
tune in.
Matthew. I'm
disappointed.
Tune
in for episode 8 to find out what's going on with Matthew and Amber. Next couple, Jamie and
I don't even know about them. I promise the last about 15, 20 minutes of this show it's like I was looking at my husband. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, we were both shocked. Like,
we kept rewinding it like, what happened?
It confused us. Well, for one, somehow they got off track. They was arguing. She brought up something about, now they had the parent get together.
Yeah, they had the parent get together.
With the parent get together. Yes. Her dad and mom came, and his dad and his stepmom came. So they were all in the same apartment,
right?
Having food. They're supposed to be having dinner and eating and talking.
It seemed like it was nice. It was going good.
Her dad was actually a lot better.
Yeah,
and was actually saying that she's really into him, to Jamie. So
they were enjoying seeing them together.
I can let my guards down now. I can let loose a little bit because she really into him, and I feel like he's a good person. So he was cool, but for whatever reason, when they left, she asked. I think his stepmom kept asking a lot of questions.
She was asking about her job situation.
Yeah, and then she brought that up, and I think, and then so the dad had to tell her, well, she don't really have a job title. At this point, she said she was an executive something.
Right. She really hadn't started
she's
yet.
She's not an executive.
Well, she hadn't started yet, she said.
It's in the works. But Jamie didn't know that. So he's surprised.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things are going on in her mind. So she's saying to Jamie, hey, what's going on with your stepmom? Now, how long had they, and where's your real mom, and when did they get married? So she was mad about that, but that's triggered Jamie.
Well, yeah, she said she was asking questions.
She hit a trigger point, and he did not like the fact that he asked about his real parents.
Jamie flipped. I mean, he just got mad, and he doesn't know how to. They do not know how to communicate with each other. I'm just gonna say that.
About the fourth or fifth fight.
Yeah.
At this point, and it's early on in a relationship, so.
He
goes off anyway.
He walks out.
He walks out or whatever. So
no, before he walks out, remember he started asking her, well, okay, let me probe. I didn't like you asking me this, but let me probe you about your job. So you just take handouts? So why you didn't finish college? So why you this? And I'm like,
yeah, it was interesting. It was really.
Where did that come from?
Anyway, after that point, then he leaves.
Yes.
He comes back with some flowers, and we thought it was going to be settled.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Now, he sit down, though. He gives her the flowers, and he sit down. He said, now, let's discuss some things. He's trying to talk some stuff out. But then she goes off talking about, oh, here we go with this lecture stuff again. Why we always got to talk things? Why you want to talk again? Talk.
Therapy sessions.
That's all we do is talk. And then she went on into this rampage, and then she started talking about how, man, she said, you
no romance.
All this positive. She said, I need positive right now.
Yeah, she said all this negativity. I need positivity.
So
he said, I'm trying to when I try to get close to you intimately, you do something, you back away or you don't. She's like, what are you talking about? We're together almost every night. He's like, we've only been together like 4 or 5 times. And then she was just like, what? And so it was going downhill anyway, but it really went downhill after that because they started taking jabs. And I mean, she went in. She was talking about how that was the first time he had bought her flowers and he does never rub her back and he just doesn't give her romance and he has basic Caucasian sex, whatever that is. I don't know. And we were like, where did that come from? We don't know. Because all this other time she's just like, oh, he's great. He's wonderful. He's this and it's the bomb and hurt people. That's all I can say. I don't know. Jamie got up. He said, I'm getting my cat. I'm getting my clothes. And she was like, go, Jamie. That's what you do. You leave. And I'm like, when has he ever left besides earlier today? And I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
Left some filming out. Somewhere they didn't show a lot of things, or maybe
help us out because we don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's confusing part. So anyway, he ended up walking out with the cat
and some clothes, and we were like, what happened?
Like, this is what you do. So she said, go.
Elizabeth and Jamie, I don't even know what to say. I'm disappointed in Matt, but Elizabeth